We've gotten several questions about the update to our 48% policy. So here's a quick overview that I hope will provide some clarity. For several years, Annandale has had a 48% minimum grade policy. This meant that no quarter grade could be below 48%. The reason we had this 48% policy was to ensure that a student's poor performance in a single quarter would not have an outsized impact on their final grade. Take a look at this example. In both cases, the student has an F for first quarter, a C minus for second quarter, then a C and a B minus for the third and fourth quarters. As you can see on the left, without the 48% minimum, this student earned C's and B's in every quarter except one and still failed the course. In fact, for this student, even with the 48% floor, their final grade is a D+, despite earning above that for 3 out of the 4 quarters. This student's performance throughout the year does not indicate that they should fail the course. That's why the 48% minimum grade was set several years ago. As teachers prepared their gradebooks for posting, they would review every student's quarter percentage grade. For any student that had earned below a 48%, teachers would create an assignment called something like grade adjustment or minimum 48%. Then they would award the student a very high grade to inflate their quarter grade to the 48% minimum. This allowed teachers to enter a 0 for an assignment if the student did not attempt the work. The 0 would not have an outsized impact on the student's final grade because the quarter grade would be increased to 48%, and the quarter grade was the number that was used to calculate the final grade, not individual assignments. Now that we have a rolling gradebook, quarter grades are not averaged to get the final grade. So we have to make this 48% adjustment at the assignment level. To do this, teachers have two options. Throughout the quarter, teachers can enter a 0 as a placeholder grade for any assignment that is not turned in. Then, before posting quarter grades, they can go back through their gradebook and change each 0 to a 48%. If you use points in your gradebook, for example, a quiz that's worth 15 points and a homework assignment that's worth 5, there might be a little bit of math involved in this approach. What we recommend is that teachers set up comment codes to use as placeholders. When a comment code is created with the settings you see here, the teacher will enter NTI in the gradebook for not turned in. The gradebook will automatically count this as a 48%. The not turned in comment here is set to yes under missing mark. This means that the assignment will show in the student's list of missing work in SIS Student View. If the assignment were scored as a 0, it would not show in the list of missing work. The NTI code is set to yes under the remove when scored column. This means that if the student turns in the work, the teacher will simply enter their score into the gradebook and the NTI comment will be removed automatically. This gradebook also has a second comment code. The not yet proficient code is for when a student attempts an assignment but scores lower than a 48%. In this case, the teacher would type NYP into the gradebook for not yet proficient, and SIS would automatically populate a score of 48%. Notice that the missing mark column is set to no, so that the assignment will not show as missing in the student view. The NYP comment is set to yes under the remove when scored column. This means that if the student were to do a retake, the teacher would simply enter the new score and the 48% comment would be removed automatically. If the teacher has this set to no, they will have to manually remove the NYP comment if the student does a retake. I hope this video has clarified some questions for you. If you still have questions or concerns, please reach out to your administrator, coach, or tech leads. Next up is a short video from Jessica Klein explaining in detail how to set comment codes. Jessica's video can also be found on Info Central by clicking on Virtual Learning Tech Tools, then choosing SIS.
To add comment codes to your gradebook, hover over Gradebook, go to Gradebook Setup. At the top, go to Gradebook Comments. To add a new comment, click on the New button. One comment that you should add should be something along the lines of not received. or not turned in. You can give it any sequence you want. The not scored value should be a 48%. That means anytime you use this comment code, SIS will automatically calculate 48% of the value in that assignment. Make sure to toggle on missing mark. This tells the student that this is something that is missing, and put in a comment code. Make sure you toggle on remove when scored. That way, once you put in a grade, it will remove the code. Another comment to add should be something along the lines of not yet proficient. Then give it a sequence. A not scored value of, again, 48%. Keep the missing mark toggled no, because this is going to be used for students who just scored less than a 48% on a particular assignment. Give it a comment code and keep remove when scored toggled as no. Click insert. So again, you would use either not turned in or not received for when a student did not submit the assignment. You would use not yet proficient for when a student scores less than a 48% on the assignment.